Today I'll be changing the oil in my 2007 6.7 Cummins turbo diesel. The tools you're going to need is a floor jack and jack stands and everything on this table. The floor jack is used for jacking up the truck enough so you could get it off the ground so you have room to slide underneath it when you're changing the oil. The jack stands are just a safety thing, just in case the jack fails. The truck won't drop on you. And I'm not going to be using these in my application because my truck is lifted off the ground so much that I don't need this. Next is a creeper. You're going to slide this on the ground. You're going to lay on it so you don't get your back all dirty on the ground. Next is a oil pan to catch all the old oil out of the engine when you drain it. Next is a funnel to make the new oil easier to pour into the oil filler cap. Next is brake clean to clean up all the residual oil that is spilt or left over from changing your old oil. And this is the tool for the drain plug. This is just a 3/8 ratchet with a flex head on it. Next is oil. I always recommend to go with the good stuff. I always use the Shell Rotella because it's the best other than OEM. The Cummins, or this 6.7 Cummins holds 12 quarts. Next, this isn't necessary, but I like it. It's a light, just so you can see what you're doing. And I'm going to be wearing gloves, like vinyl latex gloves, just so that my hands are not going to get all oily and dirty. Next is an oil filter wrench. You use this to spin off the old oil filter. Next is a oil filter. You're going to need this in place of your old one, and I always recommend to go with a Mopar OEM one because those are just the best. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open your hood and take your oil filler cap off. That makes the oil flow easier out of the pan when you're draining it. Next, you're going to want to get your creeper, your plug wrench, and your drain pan. Now you're going to slide under the truck with your drain pan and your filter wrench. Okay. Here is your oil filler plug. You're going to want to stick your wrench into it. Make sure you're loosening it. Oh, that was tight. Okay. It should be loose enough now. And you want to watch out because the oil coming out of here is most likely going to be hot. There. Now your oil is draining out of your pan after you took your plug out. Alright, now you're going to sit and let that drain. And in the meantime, you can take your oil filter off. With your oil pan under your oil filter and your wrench on the oil filter, you can see it up there. You will want to start to take off your oil filter. And this will have oil in it too, so you will want to watch out. Okay, I'm going to take the ratchet off now. Yep, and see I just spilled. So you will just want to put your oil filter in the second oil pan and let it drain. So the next thing you're going to want to do is take your oil filler plug and thread it back into the hole. Now you do not want to get this too tight either. Oh. All right. Say that's about tight enough. And next you want to take your brake clean and clean all the excess oil off of the oil pan. Okay, with your new oil filter in place, you want to spin it on. You should be able to spin it on by hand. You will just want to snug it up a little bit. Grab my ratchet again. Yeah. Now you don't want to kill it. You just want to make it okay. I'd say that's about tight enough. All right, next you're going to want to place your funnel in your oil filler cap and start pouring your new oil in. Like I said, this truck takes 12 quarts. Let me get this funnel more straight. Now,